How is everyone doing today? And in this video, we are going to talk about some mistakes and tips that you probably want to know about Duet Night Abyss before you start, or if you're just getting into the game. This is going to include some things specific to this game only, and of course some other foundational tips that may come from different gacha games that all come from the same system. So this allows you to kind of go into the game already knowing what to do and kind of what to expect. Going ahead and starting with this video, of course, really quickly with a thank you from Duet Night Abyss for sponsoring this video, but going ahead and starting to talk about some of the things you want to do as soon as you get into the game, which is immediately start spending your stamina as soon as you get the chance to. This is just going to allow you to get a lot of rank XP, not only for different rewards and also to unlock some more modes, higher rarity materials, higher rarity items. That way you can ascend your characters, get them more XP, get stronger, so that you can get into the modes that you really want to do. That'll just give you a bunch of pulls. Being able to go through your energy using your stamina in any way you want to say it. This is just going to allow you to level up the fastest when it comes to your rank XP. And another way to get rank XP while we're on the topic is going to be the dailies themselves. This is actually something very important that you want to make sure that you're getting done with every day, because once you do your dailies, no matter what activity that you do, something in here is going to allow you to get some type of points to allow you to build towards this bar on the bottom, which refreshes every day. Every time you get to one of these presents, you do get 200 of this rank XP, and with that being said, that means you would get 1,000 every day. That at the early portion of the game, especially on launch day, is going to be pretty huge, because this allows you at level 16 already to get a full level just from doing dailies. So you can set yourself really far in advance, being able to just do the dailies, finish out your rank XP every time you see it capped up, or whenever you see it getting close to maxing out. Getting this done, doing your dailies, is just going to allow you to get a bunch of XP, allowing you to get, like I said, rarer materials, better materials, and of course more pulls that come from different sources, like the modes that you're going to end up unlocking, and of course the rank up rewards that you get for your account. And not only that, an event that gives you straight up 10 pulls on the standard banner, which is absolutely amazing. You just get a lot for the XP that you're building up, especially at the start of the game. So being able to get these rewards earlier and allowing you to just build up a bunch of different characters, and also getting weapons as well while you're ranking up, is just a really great thing. To talk about something actually super important, because this is something that is pretty unique to Duet Night Abyss by itself, is going to be that characters have a 100% drop rate on their first time of you trying to pull that character. The way this works is there's going to be two different banners. One is going to be the Destined Chrono, and one is going to be the Event Chrono. The Event Chrono is a standard regular banner for the most part, not the standard banner itself, but the limited regular banner in a way, the banner you're used to seeing in every other gacha game, which is you have the limited character, and then you have the pool of 50-50 units that you can end up pulling. On the character's first time being pulled, you can use the Destined Chrono, which means that you have no copies of the character. This is the first time you're seeing this character. You are allowed to get this character guaranteed once you get a 5-star. This means you don't have to play around with that 50-50 loss. Once you see that 5-star, you are guaranteed to get that character. And then this banner leaves, and then you get put right back into the normal version of this banner, where if you want copies of them, then you can of course go for that, but you will have to worry about the 50-50. For my low spenders and also for my free-to-play players, this is one of the best things to have in the game, especially for your type of playstyle. One of the main things that I do want to make note of, because this is going to be pretty important, just because since this is allowed in this game, this means that you basically are guaranteed whatever character you want, as long as you save correctly. And if you're able to save correctly enough to get pity of a character, you're basically guaranteed that character. So it's better not to spend on the event character banner until you've already finished this up, that's the main thing. And the second thing is to not just pull on random banners, not to pull on the event chrono character one time, maybe even spending materials or spending resources on the weapon itself, or even the standard banner, or anything of that sort. You don't want to pull on any of these banners but the Destined Chrono with your premium currency, and you don't just want to go around your premium currency using it on every banner. Use the Destined Chrono to your advantage. Get the characters you really want, get your first copy, because it's going to actually be really important. It's just a really great thing for free to play players, just because you're guaranteed the character, which is something that not most gacha games have. Another thing very specific to Duet Night Abyss is going to be the way they handle character building. One of the main things that Duet Night Abyss has that no other game has, to my knowledge of this type of playstyle, is that you actually are able to use the same weapon on any character, which is pretty big, especially if you have, let's say, a really good 5-star weapon, or you have a really good 4-star weapon in all that's really good generally for most characters. Any character can use it when they want to. As you can see, my Barinica here has this halberd. I have this halberd on this Margie as well. So they're both able to use the same character weapon, and they don't have to worry about having, an extra copy or having to use a whole other weapon, because I know especially in the early game that becomes such a big problem, investing in so many different things that you kind of don't know what's good for certain characters, and not only that, you end up running out of resources really quickly. So with being able to use the same weapon on multiple different characters, this brings me to my next warning and also tip, which is do not over diversify in the characters that you build and also the weapons that you build. The characters, for the most part, in the starting portions of the game, you won't have many, but when you do get to the point in the game where you're starting to pull more, especially with those events that are giving pulls based on how much XP you have or the rank you are, you're gonna get more characters. Don't build more than just 3. Just build 3 and use that as your core team so that you're able to clear the hardest content available. You're able to keep up with the content that's unlocking so that you're not spreading yourself out too thin, especially with the resources that you're going to be grinding up and also building up as you are playing the game. Same thing goes especially to the weapons, because you are able to share them. So any good one weapon can be put on any of your characters, which is a really great thing for the most point. This allows you to save a lot of resources, and whenever you get the right weapon, or whenever a specific character really wants a certain weapon, then you can start building towards that. But until you find their best in slot, until you find a weapon that's more suited for them personally, because of course there will be weapons that are better for certain characters, you can still use the same, I guess, say good old reliable when it comes to using those weapons on everybody, which is just a really great thing overall. And one of the last things specifically for Duet Night Abyss combat wise that you want to know is being able to stack up your combo meter and getting the highest damage charge attack you can possible. One of the biggest tips that I could give you to stack it up very quickly, especially when you're surrounded by a bunch of enemies, is to do your normal attack string, jump in the air, immediately plunge, and then do your normal attack string again. That plunge, when it hits as many characters as it will give you an enormous amount of stacks, allowing you to get your charge attack not only higher in combo super quick, but you're also able to do a lot more damage with it as well. That's pretty much it when it comes to some of the warnings and some of the tips I want to give you in Duet Night Abyss for this game specifically, so that you're able to not fall into any pit holes, especially with materials, and also to get yourself started a lot quicker and a lot faster. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.